Hey everyone, so this is my 1 week post-op from plastic surgery, just kind of like update. So a week ago I had a abdominoplasty, tummy tuck, and a breast augmentation. So I had 550 cc silicone gummy implants under the muscle, and then an extended tummy tuck without muscle repair. So what that kind of means is I actually, to give you some background information, lost about 180 pounds, so I had a lot of loose skin. So all of the loose skin on my stomach, they took away, and basically all of the loose skin on my chest, we filled. So that's kind of what happened. As far as recovery, I just wanted to share my experience with my first week of recovery and the surgery, and how that went, because before I had surgery I watched so many videos about people's experiences because I just really wanted to know what I was getting myself into, and everybody's different, so I feel like, you know, the more stories there are out there, then maybe the more you can kind of prepare yourself as well if you're looking to have the surgeries, and it also just kind of helps me remember where I'm at and, you know, how things have changed in my own journey. So yeah, I guess we'll just jump right into it. So I guess to start the day of surgery, my nerves were off the charts. I was definitely really nervous, mostly the night before surgery, because I knew that I was gonna wake up, like that was the last night I was gonna go to sleep, like in that body, and that was really weird for me. But I prayed about it a lot. I literally just stayed up all night and just prayed, and I was like, Lord, just like, let me recover well, like let me be okay, let this like work out. I was like so nervous. I was like, God, just like take the wheel, like take care of me, and totally did. So I woke up, actually, you know, was feeling really good about it. I was like, you know what, I've prayed about it, this is what I'm supposed to do. I don't really have any option. I have a lot of loose skin I have to deal with, so there really isn't much else I could do. It was really just something I had to do. So I was like, okay, just man up, do it. It's gonna be okay. And I did really well. My surgery was at 7:30 in the morning, so I had to be there at 5:30 in the morning. They actually took me back really quick, which I didn't expect, so that kind of made me nervous. And I did okay up until the point that the anesthesiologist came in and was like, so we're going to get you on the OR table, and then I'm going to put you to sleep, and then you're going to have your surgery, you won't remember anything, and you know, whatever. And I was like, you're going to put me on the OR table and then put me to sleep? I was like, so you're telling me I'm going to remember being on the OR table? And he was like, yes. He was like, but it's totally fine. Like, you're not going to be awake during your surgery, you know, whatever. And I was like, totally fine. I was like, I'm going to have a heart attack. What do you mean totally fine? I was like, that was the one thing that I was worried about pre-surgery, was remembering being on, like, getting on the OR table, because I was like, if you make me put myself on the table that you're going to cut me open on, I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm going to have a heart attack and die. Like, like, no, I can't do it. But they do give you, like, like, the nurse who was with me, she was so sweet. She was like, girl, I'm going to, as soon as they prep you for surgery, she was like, I'm going to give you some medicine to relax. She was like, you will feel so calm. She was like, you're not going to be freaking out about it. She was like, you'll be okay. And she was right. They drug you up. You feel fine. I remember they rolled me in. They were listening to some 80s music. He was like, hey, like, we're playing music. You know, if you don't like it, we can turn it off if it's making you anxious. I was like, no, I love a good 80s rock session. This is actually making me feel calmer. I'm glad that we have the same taste in music. Let's get this pumping. Take the wheel. Like, let's go. So they put me on the table, and they were like, we're going to put the oxygen mask on. And I was like, okay. And then they're like, it's just oxygen, and then we're going to administer anesthesia in just a second. I put the oxygen mask on, out like a light. Don't remember anything, which is great. I don't want to remember anything. And then I woke up in the PACU. I remember talking to my surgeon and him showing me some of the photos of my surgery. I had asked him to take photos of my surgery because I was just really curious, and I wanted to see all of the loose skin that they removed and everything like that. I really wanted just to kind of see it all. So he was really kind, and he was like, yeah, I'll take pictures, and I'll send them to you and let you see them and everything like that. So he was showing me those, and I was like, wow, that's me. I was like, it's so weird. I was like, that's crazy. And then I dozed off. I don't really remember anything after that. And then I remember them being like, okay, so look, we're going to take you up to your recovery room so you can see your family. I was like, oh, okay, awesome. And I was starting to kind of wake up, and I was like, yeah. And then, like, I felt fine. Like, I was like, oh, I was like, yeah. I was like, I could, like, still kind of remembered the music they were playing. So I kind of, like, started singing, like, the songs that they were playing. I was like, oh, yeah. And, like, I wasn't, like I wasn't in pain. I wasn't, like, drowsy or out of it. Like, I felt fine. I felt like myself. And I was like, okay. And, like, they rolled me in. And I said hi to my family. And I was like, hey, I was like, I really need to go pee. And, like, can I walk? Like, can I move? And they were like, if you want to, like, you just got out of a 6-hour surgery, you want to get up and walk around? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I really just, like, I feel like I need to move, like, you know, I want blood clots. And I kept remember thinking, like, I was like, I don't want to get blood clots, I want to just keep walking around and, you know, whatever. So I got up, walked around, and I did fine. I mean, there was definitely, like, discomfort and pain, but you're on so much anesthesia and on so many medicines, like, I really didn't feel much pain at all. And, I mean, it was just such a good surgery. My surgeon did an amazing job, so I was really lucky that, you know, I mean, God really did take care of me. I didn't feel much pain at all. I did really good that first day. I do remember thinking, like, holy crap, my chest is huge. I was like, holy crap, I still have, like, so much skin on my stomach and, you know, whatever. But, of course, I'm really swollen. I still am really swollen. And I was still, like, a little bit groggy on the anesthesia, stuff like that. So you do have a little bit of, like, a panic moment of, like, this is not my body. Like, you wake up with a different body, and that's kind of freaky. But it really, like, it went really, really well. Like, way better than I expected. Day 2, when I got home from the hospital, was less fun than I expected. Because in the hospital it's really easy, like, everything is at the level that you need it to be, so you can just sit into your bed and you can just sit to go to the bathroom and it's all at the right level. But at home, like, getting into the bed or trying to get into a recliner to sleep or trying to go to the bathroom, like, it was like so many muscles that I was using, and it was so sore, and it was just really discomfort. Like, it was just a lot of discomfort and a lot of pain. So day 2, it was pretty rough. I mean, really was not as bad as I expected it to be at all, but it was still pretty rough. Day 2 and 3 kind of mixed together, because I was taking so many painkillers. Like, I mean, you're supposed to take painkillers every, I think it was like 6 hours. I was not in charge of administering my own painkillers. I recommend having someone else do that for you, because I couldn't tell you what time of day it was. I was asleep so much, and then I was awake with pain, and it was just a lot going on. So my mom was taking care of me. She did awesome. She's the best. But I was just, remember, like, you know, I'd wake up and I'd be like, okay, this hurts, so then I would take this medicine that I was supposed to take at this time of day and all that kind of stuff. So it was really just asleep a lot. But anytime I have to take any type of, like, medicines like that, I get really bad migraines. So I started getting a terrible, terrible migraine. And then I remember, like, I was just like, I would rather get rid of the migraine than get rid of the pain from being cut open. Like, it was just that bad. And I was like, I feel so sick. The worst is that it made me throw up. So I was vomiting, which whenever they've cut you from one side of your body all the way to the other side of your body, whenever you get sick, it hurts because you're using all of those muscles and you're pulling and stuff like that. So day 2 and 3 was pretty bad. I ended up actually just stopping taking the painkillers and took, like, Tylenol to get rid of the headache, and then I felt a lot better. And then I just started, like, because the pain started getting relative, like, day 4 or 5, really, the pain was super manageable. Like, I just took pain medicine in order to sleep at night because it was so uncomfortable, and my back hurt so bad from, like, the way I had to sleep, because you have to sleep, like, sitting up and, like, with your feet up a little bit. It's just very uncomfortable. So really I was just taking painkillers at night in order to relax my muscles and make it to where I could sleep. And then by day, like, 6 or 7, I came back to my apartment in Richmond, and I was off the painkillers, and I've been doing fine. I take Tylenol maybe a couple times a day because my muscles are really sore, or because my back hurts or something like that. But really, my pain has been super manageable, which is not always everyone's experience. So I've been super, super blessed. Thank the Lord, because I don't think I'm tough enough to handle it. And I also think that, you know, God knows that I need to have another surgery, and if it was really bad experience this time, I don't know that I'd been brave enough to get another surgery. But for now, I'm pain-wise, I'm doing really, really well. I'll kind of show you the get-up I'm in. I can't stand completely straight, so I kind of have to hunch like this, which is why my back hurts. But I have a giant strap band around my stomach, and then a compression garment around my top, and then a band around the top as well. So I'm pretty like locked in here, which I have to sleep in all of this as well. So that's kind of the most uncomfortable part, is I feel like I haven't gotten a good night's sleep since the anesthesia. So that's the worst part so far. Other than that, I've been really, really blessed. And I mean, everything, like, it looks good. I'm so happy with the way it's turned out so far, and I know that it's only week 1, so I know that I'm going to be so much happier when it's like month 3 and the scars are starting to heal better, and I can get all the tape off because it's itchy and weird, and I hate having, because they didn't stitch me or staple me together. They like glued and taped me, which is why you kind of have to be careful not to like pull that open. But it's sticky, and it's super irritating and just inconvenient more than anything. But I'll be so excited to like have all that off and to just like feel like myself again, because that's been the biggest challenges, like not being able to sleep and not feeling like myself, because you're just stuck kind of doing nothing, like recovering, and like mentally I'm like, okay, I want to go do stuff, I want to, like, you know, I'm starting school back, so I'm like, I want to prepare for that, I want to go back to work, I want to do all these things. But like physically, when I walk around for about 30 minutes, I'm like, oh my gosh, my back hurts, my like stomach hurts, like I need to sit down, I can't really breathe, like my body's not really quite at where my like headspace is. And then even with that, it still is just weird adjusting to, you know, a new body that I'm not used to. But yeah, I mean, it's been a really great experience so far, and I definitely will keep you guys updated and kind of show you my scars and my new belly button and everything like that too, once I have my like post-op and I can hopefully take off the tape and things like that as well. I do plan on keeping you guys updated, so yeah, I hope that if you're, you know, looking into getting surgery, this at least maybe made you feel a little bit better. It's not as bad as you think. I went into it thinking it was going to be the worst possible pain. I was like, I'm gonna feel like I got hit by a bus, I'm gonna hate my life for like a week, and I'm not gonna be able to move. And it's actually been really, really good. So you know, I'm doing really well, and hopefully if you have this surgery, you have a really good experience too. But yeah, thanks guys.